Everyone wanted to just reach out for a quick note on a case that it intrigued me originally when I saw it in 2014. I think it kind of captivated the nation as well. But in 2014, there were two young ladies, both about 12, and one of the ladies, Morgan Geyser, and a friend of hers by the name of Anissa Weir had become fascinated with an online ghoul, a fictional character called Slender Man. And Slender Man was in the is apparently in the habit of infesting the minds of small kids and getting them to do evil deeds. So at some point, Morgan and Anissa had begun to plan that they needed to do some type of an evil act, that they needed to do something to appease Slender Man. And they ended up befriending another young lady, Peyton Lautner. And at some point, they planned and decided that it would be a good idea to lure Peyton out to the woods. And once they were in the woods, the two girls held Peyton down, stabbing her with a 5-inch knife, roughly 18, 19 times. And again, they were both 12 years old at the time. Both of them were essentially charged with first degree intentional homicide. I believe it was in Wisconsin. And both of them were found mentally incompetent to stand trial. And both were sentenced for lengthy sentences in a mental facility. A couple of years ago, one of them, Anissa Weir, actually applied for release and was released with a GPS monitor on her legs, and the other one, however, she's released into the custody of her father. The other one, Morgan Geyser, Morgan stayed in detention there for treatment. Well, of interest, Morgan has recently applied also to be released. Again, it's been 10 years now, and I guess the court who had she had asked before, but apparently had voluntarily withdrawn the applications. We're not sure exactly why, but this time, moving forward to get some type of a determination of what they were going to do. Um, they were charged as adults because of the intentionality of it. Well, what was interesting was that after the time of the attack, when you're looking to release someone and you think about what the danger to the community would be if they were released. Initially, Anissa showed quite a bit of uh, regret and guilt, and concern for Peyton, who survived. By the way, Peyton didn't die. Peyton survived being stabbed 19 times. Matter of fact, she's up and walking. She's a beautiful young lady, has a whole bright future ahead of her. Be interesting to know what she would think about wanting to release Morgan. But Morgan was convinced that they needed to do this to appease Slender Man, and more importantly, she didn't feel bad at all. Had no empathy whatsoever for the stabbing victim. So it is going to be interesting here in the next couple of days if they decide for another couple. So stand by.